Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Um, today is going to be a perfect Friday motivation live stream for everybody. Today, we're going to talk about that it is possible to have a good career, to have good salary, and a good team. Yes, you can have it all, and it's very much possible, and it's very much doable. So, as you are joining my live stream, as always, say hello and tell me where you're watching me from. Yeah, like let's all hang out and network together because LinkedIn is a network platform, or networking platform, and I also would like my platform to be the place where people come together, where people network together, and where people make connections. But today we're going to talk about that you can have it all, and it is possible. It is possible to have a good career, to have a good salary, and to have a good team all at the same time. So I'm gonna take you on the journey with me. I'm going to take y'all on the journey with me. So I think when it comes to your career, right? When it comes to your career, I think it is like, first of all, it is super important. It is super important to know where you're heading. To know where you're heading. It's kind of like a hike. It's kind of like a mountain. Today is Friday, and I'm in Washington. I normally go on a hike on Saturdays and Sundays. And today I would like to take you on a journey with me. And just bear with me. I would say that um, when we're exploring careers, it's pretty much like as we're looking at different mountains in a way. Like, bear with me. I'm going somewhere. It's kind of like we're going on the mountain. So we have like high mountain, we have low mountain, we have all kinds of mountains. The same with careers, right? Like we have different companies, we have different opportunities. But in order to get somewhere, it's really important to know, to see where we are going, where we are heading in our career. So like that's super important. And um here's the thing. Just because like one mountain is higher, it doesn't mean that it's going to be more enjoyable to hike there, or the view is going to be better. Or if another mountain is lower, it doesn't mean that that mountain is going to be any less than other mountains, right? So, the same with career. You never know. Like you see shiny objects. You see different employers. You see different things, but you never know if a big company is going to be a better fit or not. So, but what is important? What is important? It's important to have vision where you want to head, where you want to be. It's important to know where you want to be, because here's the thing. Um, Throughout my career, right? I started as a QA engineer, and the reason why I started as a QA engineer, because I couldn't see the mountain of iOS development. I was under impression that I can code, because I came from non-traditional background. And the only goal, the only mountain that I could see at that point, at that level, is manual QA. And another level for me would be like to do test automation. Like that's the only level that I was able to see. And this is kind of where this is kind of where I was going. And why like when is important to give yourself permission to see what you like, the goal where you really want to be. The reason why it is important, because your imposter syndrome. In my case, like I had a huge imposter syndrome that that I won't be able to code, that I won't be able to understand programming languages, that it's super complicated, which is eh, programming languages are complicated, but it was absolutely not true. It was absolutely not true. So, but until I saw that mountain. Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you so much for being here. And by the way, as you are joining, please say hello. Please say good morning. It's a networking platform. Tell me where you're watching me from. Say happy Friday. Connect with everybody. Connect with each other. Network with each other. So let's build a community, right? Let's build a community because this is what I'm doing it for. So we can build a community and we can help each other out. So because listen, when there's shenanigans going on in tech, we only have each other, right? We only have each other as a community. So like say hello and tell me where you worship me from. So but this is important. This is important to know where you're heading and give yourself permission to see higher goals. Give yourself permission to to have higher expectations of yourself, to have higher expectations of the places and the things that you can do. And here's the thing, like how I was able to climb from manual QA to senior iOS developer, right? How I was able to achieve that. So the reason I was able to achieve that is because level by level, I was able to uncover different horizons and different goals, different opportunities, different possibilities. So and what was also important, it was also important to constantly check with myself what I'm actually want to do and keep going and keep learning. So where I started, right? Like where I started from the point that like I probably not won't be able to code at all. That a manual QA position would be good enough, right? But like I'm thankful to my mentor. This is why it is important to have the right mentor. This is why it is important to have you don't want to go to that mountain alone. I don't know about you, but I don't succeed alone. And speaking of hiking, I don't hike alone either. So this is why it is important to have the right mentor and to have the right network and to have the right people around you. Because when you have the right people in your network, when you have the right people in your network, you can see what is possible. You can see what is possible. So, and when you see what is possible, you can get there and you can achieve that. So that is what really important to to know, to have that and to give yourself permission. And also, right, like and also as you are going through that journey, as you are going to that mountain, right, it is important to it is important to see your goal. It is important to see your target, because if you don't see your target, right, like if you just want a job, if you just want to do software development, right, if you don't see like precise target, what you want to do and where precisely where you want to be, it's really hard to get somewhere. Like, I don't know about you, if you ever like try to wander around the town, like, and just go for a ride, and like you kind of know that you want to go, like they kind of want to go south, like you never know where you're going to end up. Sometimes you end up in a good place, sometimes you end up in not so good place. So like you definitely don't want to do that in Chicago, right? Because when you start driving aimlessly in Chicago, you're going to end up in weird places. All right. So the same for your career. Like this is important. This is important what you want to do. And And sometimes it takes also steps, right? Sometimes it takes also steps and several jobs to get there. It takes several jobs to get there, or it takes several attempts or to uncover that. For example, when I was looking for my first or when I was looking for my first job, right? I didn't know exactly what team I want to be on. Like I didn't know what environment I want to be on. So like I didn't exactly know where I was going. I didn't exactly know where I was going. So but as I was going further and further and further, right? Like after my first job, like, oh, okay, like I don't like that environment. I don't like this particular thing about like this environment. So and now I was able to, and after that, I was able to communicate that with recruiters like that. I want something different. And when and as I was climbing my career, as I was going through one opportunity to another, I was able to see my target really clearly. And at some point my target become iOS development. This is what I wanted to do. And seeing constant, like being consistent and seeing that consistent target, this is really important because when you don't know where you're going, when you don't have a clear goal, it's really hard to land anywhere. It's really hard to land anywhere. So but even though it might seem that the job market is kind of it's kind of iffy right now, or like the competition is really high, there's still possible to land a really good job. And because this is my experience, right? This is my experience. Like I landed a great opportunity, yes, in this market, yes, it's in hyper competition, and like persistence, your executive presence, your network, the right people, and the system that works will get you there. So, um, as you are watching me, as you're joining, do you have any questions? Because I know, like I know when it comes to careers, when it comes to goals, like it might be challenging. So, like if you have any questions, please drop me questions in the chat, and also keep your comments coming in, like keep networking and connecting with each other. And I know some of y'all a little shy, or not everybody feels comfortable to put something in the comment, right? To drop something in the chat, in the comment, so you can just react on this live stream. Uh, um, so I know that it resonated with you, and also you can network with people who reacted on this live stream as well. So like, do you have any questions? Let me know. Let me know. So, and as you are coming out with questions, right? I also would like to invite you to my coaching program, Career Legacy. And at Career Legacy, this is like I'm going to talk about my program a little bit more next week, like in one of my live streams. But uh, in my program, right, like the first thing that it is really, really important for any of my clients is, like, I always ask, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? And it's actually one of the qualifiers, like, to work with me, because you gotta have a clear goal. You have a clear picture where you want to end up, or at least know, like, or at least determine possibilities. Because when people say that, oh, I just want to be in tech, the tech is really broad. When people say, like, I just want to have a better job, what is a better job, right? And goal setting and target setting is like that is super important. So if y'all interested, if you want to learn more, the link is in my bio. You can book a mini coaching session with me. Um, and my goal is always provide as much value as I possibly can, and take you to that mountain, so you don't have to climb it alone. You don't have to go there alone. But because like career development and career planning can be really challenging, and can be really stressful, and I'm here to help. So I hope everybody is having a good Friday, and If you're watching me on the replay, definitely keep your questions coming. If you have questions, keep telling where you're watching me from on the replay, or just comment replay, because this is like this is the platform where we network. This is the platform where we connect with each other. So this is all I have for today. And as a closing as a closing reminder, yes, you can have it all. Yes, it is possible to land really good career in tech. Yes, it is possible to have really good pay in tech. And yes, it is possible. And it's possible to have a really good team. It may take several steps. It may take several attempts and like several positions to discover, like just to discover what you really want. But at the end of the day, it is possible and it is doable. So, like, thank you so much for being here. I know it's Friday. Have an amazing Friday. Have an amazing weekend. And I will see you next week. Next week, the time for my live stream is going to change a little bit. I'm going to play around with mornings for like around probably 7 o'clock my Pacific time, Pacific Standard Time, and I'm also going to play around with evenings and see like which time is going to be better. So like, but as always, the announcement is going to be on my page. Stay tuned and have a good weekend. Bye, y'all.